Hello, Gudith Grizzlies. This is Mr. Martin. I wanted to take a few moments before we start school in just a few days to go over some important things with all of you about the start of our school year. So I have a presentation that I've prepared, and I'd like to go through some of the highlights with you. So I'd like to again welcome you to our 2021 school year, 2021-22 school year. We expect this to be a great year, very similar to last year, though, with a lot of the rules and regulations. And let's go through some of those now. Our school motto here is Grizzlies are safe, responsible, respectful, and kind as we learn and grow. We do a lot of things to help teach those big ideas of strong character development in every grade level while they're here at school. The next thing I want you to know is our school hours. Drop-off time is 9:05. We will be lining up outside again this year, so I want everyone to be sure that they're ready for that. Our school day starts at 9:10 and we dismiss at 3:55. On half days of school, dismissal is at 12:10. Please remember, though, if you have to be here earlier than 9:05 for some reason, that we do offer champions, and you can sign up for champions, and they're here, I think, at 6:30 in the morning, so you can be here and drop your kids off to get them so you can get off to work. But again, if you would like to use champions, you have to sign up for that separately. The next thing I'd like you to know before you come to school each day, we are asking you to do a screener, a health screener. This is not something you have to do on your computer or a QR code. It's something that you should be doing every day within your family before you go to school. So there's this form here that you can use. You can hang on your refrigerator, or just go through the questions with your students, and to be sure that everyone is okay to attend school. If you please follow the directions on the screener, and if it tells you to stay home, then you should stay home. As most of us already know, that the health department did issue an executive order that we will be needing to wear face masks while we're in school. So everyone will be wearing face masks in the school building, but when we go outside, they can take their masks off. So we want to be sure that the masks are clean each day. We will have plenty of disposable masks while they're here. Face shields can be used too, but not to replace a mask. If for some reason your child cannot tolerate the mask, they need to have a note from a doctor for us to tell us that. We will be promoting, as always, strong hygiene habits, and we will have hand sanitizing stations in all the classrooms and around the building, and be sure that we are using those appropriately. We will be promoting social distancing again. It's at 3 feet now, recommended by the health departments. All of our students will be sitting 3 feet away from each other in the lunchroom and in classrooms. We will do our best to always keep that distance to the best of our ability. If we can provide further space, we will. But some space is a little hard to get further than that 3 feet. We do have enhanced cleaning protocols this year. All of our entire building is cleaned every single day. It's both with electrostatic sprayers and physical hand sprays with wiping down all of the desks. We also have enhanced cleaning throughout the day, where someone will be coming around and cleaning all the high touch point areas, door handles, sink knobs, those types of things. Visitors and volunteers, unfortunately, at this time are not permitted in the building. I'm trying to work through that to see how and when we can get all of you back into our buildings to help in the classrooms and around the school. But right now, we're starting the year similar to last year, where we're not able to come into the building. One big change, though, from last year is that you are able to come in and sign in and out your students. So you do not have to pull up and call us anymore. You park, you come in, you get your students, and you can sign them out right from the office. Please remember, if you do enter the office, you please wear a mask, and we will get your student here get them down just as quick as possible. If you are asking us to get your kid out of school a little bit early, please know that it takes a little longer than you think it should, because the little ones take a long time to get packed up and get ready and get down here. So put a little bit of extra time in your schedule if you could, and then that way we're not running into too many problems. Morning drop off. The parking lot is always a little bit crazy. We have a lot of people coming into school here, but if we follow some simple rules, we can make it safer for everyone. So I'd like to go through those. The drop off lane is open in the morning. This is our kiss and go zone. You should be pulling in there, and starting at 9:05, we should start releasing the students out of the car. So you pull up, you give them a nice little kiss, have a great day, and then you move on. If your child needs assistance getting out of the car, then you should not be using the kiss and go zone. You should be parking your car and then walking your students safely using the crosswalks over to the school. So once again, in the morning, kiss and go zone. Pull up, have a great day, give them a little kiss, and then on their way out the door. We should be using only the passenger side of the car to exit the car, not the drivers and walking around. We want to make sure that the students are not walking anywhere close where a moving car would be. In the afternoon, you can park your car, come to the patio, or whatever other location your child will be picked up from. We'll go over that in just a moment. And you can wait there. Your teachers will bring the students out of the school. You can pull up in the pickup lane and wait for your child to come to the car. But I would like you to also please pull up as far as possible so we can make room for as many cars that we can. This is a graphic of where you will be lining up at. You will see that kindergarten and young fives are kind of between our building and special services. The young fives are by somewhere very close to the flagpole where our old bus door used to be. Mrs. Macklick and Mrs. Gunter's class will be by the flagpole. Second grade will be lining up on the patio. Fifth grade, third grade, and fourth grade will be lining up at their classroom doors. And they are all behind the office, the patio, and that side of the school with the newer playground. So they'll all go to their classroom doors. These locations is where they will line up in the morning and where they will be picked up after school if they are a car rider. I'd like to remind everybody how important attendance is at school. I know we're asking you to do a health screener. And if you say yes to the questions of the health screener, then you should stay home. And that is very important to keep us all safe because in the long run, it will increase our attendance. But attendance is very important. So I've laid out some of the rules here that we take attendance twice a day. You can be absent for the AM or PM or both. If you are absent for more than 55 minutes of a half a day, it is considered an absence. And then there's certain rules we have to follow. If you accumulate 10 absences, you and I need to have some talk about what's going on. And then if you get 15 absences, then we have to report that to the local authorities and then moving on from there. So please remember that if you go on a vacation, even out of the country, it's considered an absence. Even if you tell us that you're going to be gone, it's still considered an absence. Some people are confused about that. So let's try to keep our students in school as much as possible. And so that way they are getting ready and meeting the challenges of this grade and their future grades. Dress code's a couple of things. The biggest thing is shorts. How long can we wear shorts? Well, shorts can be worn as long as weather's permitting. Dress appropriate for the weather. A couple safety concerns when it comes to dress code. We ask that no flip-flops to be worn to school. We go outside, there's running and playing, there's wood chips, so please no flip-flops. If you're going to wear sandals of any kind, you need to have socks with those sandals. If you're going to wear, please no tank tops or spaghetti strap kind of tops. We want to make sure that we're modest and that we're safe and we are dressed appropriately for school. Food service. Food service will be free again this year for all of our families. Lunch and breakfast will be provided. Breakfast will be served in the classroom at the start of the day, and then the students will go to the lunchroom for lunch. They will go to their by grade level and sit only with their students in their class at this time. Even though lunch is free for everyone, we would like everyone that would normally fill out or would like to see if they qualify for free or reduced lunch status to please fill out the paperwork. You can either do it online at our district website or we will be sending home an application for you. It's very important to do this because many of your other benefits are tied to your free and reduced lunch status. So if you are looking to get any of the other benefits, you really need to fill out that application. Birthday celebrations, we are not accepting birthday treats at this time, but if your child has a birthday here at school, we will do our best to be sure that we celebrate them and give them a very special day here on their birthday. We have a couple of different things that we do here at school to help with their social emotional learning and character education. The first one is our positive behavior intervention supports, PBIS. This is where we actually teach the students the behavior expectations that we have for all areas of the school. And so we will actually do lessons of how to behave in the bathrooms, in the lunchroom, in the hallway, in the classrooms, on the playground, and on the bus. And so we give them those expectations and then help them live up to those expectations. The other thing that we are starting this year is called zones of regulation. This is how one of the things that we believe is that behavior is communication, but sometimes we don't know where the behavior is coming from. It's usually tied to our emotional state. So we're trying to get the students to connect how they're feeling with how they're acting. And so we'll be doing a lot of work with the zones this year. And then also we do kindness in the classroom. We're really focused on some big idea character traits: respect, caring, inclusiveness, integrity, and kindness. And so a good part of that program is there's a home component that we'll be sending home each time we start a new trait. Picture Day this year will be September 28th, and they will be here during the school day. We'll send more information as it gets a little closer. We'll send home the order form and the link to order online, all those things. Transportation. Most of our school does get bus transportation. If you live very, very close to us in the neighborhood behind you, wouldn't. If you're a school of choice person or building of choice, any of those, you do not get transportation. So it's important to follow those pickup and drop-off procedures to keep that process running smoothly. If you're riding a bus, we have specific locations for students to line up in the building after school. The teachers will take them to their locations, and we will walk them out bus route by bus route to put them on the right route. We go very slowly at the beginning of the year. One, the buses do tend to run a little bit slow at the beginning of the year as everyone's trying to be sure that the kids are safe and accounted for. But then also we go very slowly once they get here to be sure that everyone's going where they need to go. So we'll go slow to go fast a little bit later on in the year. If you need to make any transportation changes, we're asking you to please do that well before 3 o'clock. The end of the day gets very crazy, a little bit hectic, and managing those changes can be very difficult. So call us here in the office, but also send a dojo message to your teacher. That would, as much ways that you can communicate those changes to us, as many ways as possible, that would be great. We do have to wear masks on the school bus when they go on the bus. Please review safety rules with your students on the bus. We will as well. Please remember, talk to them about bus stop behavior. Hopefully families are providing as much supervision at a bus stop as you can. That is important. It really starts out the day for the students. If they have a difficult moment there, it translates to some other difficult moments later on. If you have a question about your bus stop, you can call the transportation office or here at the school office, and we'll see if we can help you figure it out. Field trips. We are working through field trips. We are hoping that we will be able to have field trips this year to some extent, but please stay tuned to that right now. I've listed right now that we're not going to have them, but again, I am working on a way to make that happen so we can get our students out into the community and do some real-time learning. Ways for you to stay connected. We have, again, make sure your email address is up to date in the MyStar system in your parent portal. Please make sure your phone numbers are up to date if they ever change. We have a Gudith Elementary School Facebook page. We did change the name recently, so you should have seen that come through. We also have Class Dojo. Each of your teacher will invite you to Class Dojo so you can stay connected with the school and most specifically the happenings within your child's classroom. It's a great way to have that quick communication back and forth with your child's teacher. We also have a Twitter page, which I will start using just a little bit more this year, but primarily it's email, Dojo, and Facebook. So I'd like to welcome everybody back to the school year. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful year. We're looking forward to it, and we can't wait to see you all here on Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a great holiday weekend. Bye-bye.